Alright folks, this is Lawrence bringing you another remote duo local from the Time Vault once again. Now, unfortunately, I did not hit start recording as soon as the game started. I hit it a little bit into his first turn, but not by very much. The only thing you're missing is he has won the dice roll, he's going first, and he has decided to play Opening of the Spirit Gates. And basically what that card is, it searches out one of the sacred beasts, and it allows him to special summon a fiend. My opening hand right now is Doggoran, the Mad Flame Kaiju, Lost World, Petite Pteranodon, Pot of Extravagance, and Double Evolution Pill. So, it's pretty much catching you up, and let's go ahead and see what happens. Well, I already know what happens because I played it, but, you know, trying to keep the commentary going. So, he's just bringing out his guys right now. The guys he's about to summon don't really matter all that much right now. I think instead of going specifically for one of the sacred beasts, because I know Opening of the Spirit Gates allows you to summon, or to search something that just includes those in the sacred beasts in their text. I'm pretty sure that's what that card does right there. It's a level 2 monster, I forget what it was. I'll go and put the little blurb in the box up on top so you can see what's going on with it. But, pretty much, he's not going to make too intimidating of a board right here. He's going to get out one of his sacred beasts, and I'll let you see what else he plays. Unfortunately, there was a fair bit of glare on his camera, so you can't really see what's going on right there, but suffice to say, none of it really had an impact. And there was my little field center I got from Dual Devastator. He played Red Eyes Fusion right there, and what Red Eyes Fusion is going to let him do is use Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon from his deck to summon up the one, the only Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, the one flippin' card out of the 2020 Megatin that I did not get after all those 2020 Megatins I bought. And I don't want to tell you how much I bought because it'd be embarrassing, but the one card I was looking for is the one card I did not get. So he's got Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and I think it had somewhere in the ballpark of like 4,000 attack points. Pretty sure it got set up with 2 negates. I think the way it works is it gets an added negate per normal monster used to summon it. But right now he's just bringing out his Hamon, whatever it's called. Hamon, I think that was Lord of the Striking Thunder. I'll be honest, I hear Hamon and I think it reminds me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But obviously it's gonna totally play off differently. I don't know, maybe if I was playing a vampire deck, you know, and he brought out Hamon, it would have totally crushed me, but anyway, so that's the board he sets up on his turn 1, and we're going to see how we break it. So he's ending his turn right there, and on my draw phase, I draw a Rivalry of Warlords. So first thing I do is I will be using Pot of Extravagance first, as that has to be the first thing you do. It says it specifically in the card text. I'll put the blurb up for the exact mention, for the exact wording of it, but basically it's worded in such a way that if you do anything before using Pot of Extravagance during your main phase, you can no longer activate the Pot of Extravagance. So it's pretty specific like that. And right here, I'm just getting some information on Red Eyes Dark Dragoon because, like I said, I knew it did something along the lines of negating, but I wanted to get exact information on it. I wanted to hear him say what it did so that if I did do something, it would, you know, kind of there be less room to argue if he's the one telling me, yeah, it does this, and I play something and I say, oh, but you didn't say it could do this, you know what I mean? So I know it gets a negate. I'm honestly not that worried about getting a draw here, but I want to use my card because I don't want him to do something else. I don't want him to negate something else that I might have. And like I said, we have to use Pot of Extravagance first because while we can Kaiju it with Doggoran the Mad Kaiju, if we were to kaiju it, we would not be able to play Pot of Extravagance. And right there, he's explaining to me what Hamon does, just in not necessarily going full word for word what it does, but all I wanted to know is, does it have a negate? Does it have protection? What does it do along those lines? And he said nothing of the sort. So boom, there goes my Pot of Extravagance. We get rid of some useless cards in the extra deck. And I decided to put my banish pile right there. Draw my 2 cards, and those 2 cards that I drew were a Soul Eating Oviraptor and a Miscellaneousaurus. The Oviraptor definitely helps, because I know I summoned one, but I don't even think I summoned one from the hand. I think I special summoned it from the deck. The Rivalry of Warlords goes face down onto the field. And next up, we get rid of that Red Eyes Dark Dragoon with a Dogoran the Mad Kaiju. Now, the cool thing about Dogoran, and Kaijus just in general, they are non-targeting, non-destruction removal. You are simply tributing one of the enemy's monsters to get rid of it. So, Dragoon can't defend itself against it. We have given him a 3,000 attack point monster, but that does not matter. So now the Lost World goes out. And we do the play that, like I was talking about in the last video, we go ahead and send Miscellaneousaurus to the graveyard so that we can activate its protection effect, but we're not really interested in the protection effect. We want to get it in the graveyard so that we can banish it and summon up an Archosaur. Here we go, we pull out the Adamant Archosaur, which, as I mentioned last video, you destroy a dinosaur in your hand or on the field, and you get to search out a double evolution pill, or just any evolution pill in general. Now my target is the Petit Pteranodon, so we have specifically destroyed Petit Pteranodon, so we get to activate its effect along with the Archosaur effect. So we will be summoning up Dino Wrestler Pankratops, because Petit Pteranodon special summons any level 4 or higher dinosaur monster. It just cannot attack that turn. That's fine, we don't need Pankratops to attack. And then we're going to get our evolution pill. If I can find it. And we are going to add that to the hand. Now we have not normal summoned yet. And that's where we normal summon our Soul Eating Oviraptor. We use the Lost World effect to put a Dra Egg token on his side of the field. Now he has Hamon, Dogoran, and a Dra Egg token on his side of the field, in addition to that spell card, Opening of the Spirit Gates. We add an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to our hand, because we are about to put our Dino Wrestler Pankratops into the graveyard. We use the Pankratops effect. This is another point where we were talking, I was just trying to make sure that Hamon has no sort of protection at all, any sort of cannot be targeted effect, anything like that. Because, as you're about to see, we tribute the Dino Wrestler Pankratops and we destroy that Hamon. Now he has dinosaurs and only dinosaurs on his side of the field. We can banish our Dino Wrestler Pankratops and our Petit Pteranodon to summon up an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. We can then use his effect on that Amadorn Archosaur, destroying that, because it would have been destroyed by the end phase anyway, thanks to Miscellaneousaurus effect. And I flip both of his face down, and both of his monsters in face down defense. We go ahead and kill Dogoran, and as Ultimate Conductor Tyranno can attack all monsters that my enemy has, I do not have to use the destruction effect though. I can just normally attack it, flip it face up, and use the Lost World protection effect. Which, of course, we are going to do. We are going to send Baby Sarasaurus into the graveyard, and we're going to get that Baby Sarasaurus effect. And if I recall correctly, my target was the Giant Rex. This is, again, I say, I gotta start doing these commentaries directly after the tournament's over. But, yeah, I was right. Giant Rex. I was a little more well-versed on my dinosaur deck this time around in this tournament, so we play our Rivalry of Warlords on his standby phase. This locks him into nothing but dinosaurs. We have a small conversation right here. He's trying to figure out if there's really any way around it, and unfortunately, there's really not. See, in this sort of situation right here, Rivalry of Warlords has locked him and me into dinosaurs. Now, my entire deck is dinosaur monsters, so that doesn't bother me. His deck, on the other hand, it appeared to be mostly fiends, as far as his main deck is concerned. He cannot special summon from the extra deck if it is not a dinosaur. He cannot summon from the main deck if it is not a dinosaur. And this is where he scoops and just says, alright, you got me. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. That was game 1. I also took game 2. Game 2 went by a lot faster, though. I mean, this was pretty fast already. We only went, what, 3 turns into the game? Some key takeaways from this one is, like I was saying, we want to get that Rivalry of Warlords playoff, so we wanted to create a situation where he only had either a drag token or a Dogoran on his side of the field, which we did. The Rivalry of Warlords, it was really, really slow to pull off, though, because we had to wait the turn, and we got really lucky as well, because pretty much everything we needed was in those first draws. So that was very, very lucky of us. But I'll go on to take this game. So I took the first game of the tournament. I took the last game I played of the tournament, round 3. The second round I went up against Dragon Lynx and fought valiantly, but I do not know what I'm doing against that deck. I don't know which target I should negate, so he eventually just played around my negates and was able to create pretty strong boards that I could not break through. But after the game, we got to talking about it, so I can use that knowledge next time I play that guy again. He was a cool guy. So in this tournament, I guess I officially placed. I mean, it was only 4 people, so I took second. Yay! But we're shooting for a win. I don't care if it's 2 people. I don't care if it's 4 people. It'd be nice if it was like 32 people, but you know. The goal is we are trying to get a first place win at a locals, because I have come second place a couple times, but I have not come first, so stick with me on this little journey of ours, and we will see what happens next time. We have another tournament tomorrow. I do not know if I'll be recording it or playing Dinosaurs, though. I might play Sky Strikers or Six Samurai. But that's enough out of me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day.